Here is your 2-minute teaching tip. Hi, I'm Brian Moon from UAB Center for Teaching and Learning, and today's teaching tip is related to video length in academic courses. Today's tip comes from our workshop, Using Video in Your Classes, which is offered for UAB faculty every semester here at the UAB Center for Teaching and Learning. Start that 2 minutes now. I'm sure by now you know how important video length is when you're creating content for your courses. Basic recommendations typically suggest a total video length of around 10 minutes or less, which is a good place to start, but student viewing data from real-world scenarios suggests something even more interesting. On the x-axis, we have video length in minutes, and on the y-axis, we have median time spent watching the video in minutes. So if you assign a 9 to 12-minute video for students to view, on average, they will watch less than 6 minutes of the video. If you assign a 40-minute video for students to view, on average, they will watch less than 4 minutes of the video. So engagement times decrease as videos lengthen. Students will spend less time watching just part of a 40-minute video than they will with a 9 to 12-minute video. Based on this data, the optimal length for videos in an academic setting seems to be around 6 minutes, with most students watching the assigned video in its entirety. So keeping your videos to this length or shorter will ensure that your students are more likely to engage with all of the content rather than abandoning it before it's finished. You might be saying, I can't possibly create a lecture video that is 6 minutes or less, which is understandable. So here are a few suggestions for getting your video content into shorter, more concise lengths. First, I recommend using reusable learning objects, which is essentially breaking your lecture into smallest chunks possible. So if I were creating a lecture related to music instruments and a standard symphony orchestra, I might perhaps spend a few minutes talking about the woodwind instruments, and then a few minutes talking about the string instruments, and then a few minutes talking about the brass instruments, and so on. All these would be separate videos. They would be less than 6 minutes long, and they could be assigned to students and consumed by the students in smaller chunks. Some other benefits of using reusable learning objects: if you teach in a subject area where the content might change often, such as politics or law or even medicine, you can easily just re-record a small section of a lecture without having to re-record the entire video. Reusable learning objects can also be used in future learning modules where a review of previous content might be necessary. If you're dealing with pre-recorded video content that can't be re-recorded and broken up into reusable learning objects, consider using the chapters feature in Kaltura to divide your lecture into shorter viewing assignments for students. Ask them to watch only shorter chapters at a time rather than an extended video, ensuring more engagement with the material. I'm Brian Moon from UAB Center for Teaching and Learning, and this has been your 2-minute teaching tip.